Hola, soy Ana Carla, ¿y tú? So, something happened this week. I just felt like talking about it because it hasn't happened before. So, I don't remember before yesterday when was the last time I went outside. Maybe like a week or so, I don't know. Anyway, so yesterday I went outside to the store and there I am looking for a coffee, and this old man is also looking for a coffee. And then he picks up a box and he starts pointing at it and saying stuff and asking me stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't speak German. Sorry, I don't speak German. And he's like, I'm like, no, not German. No German. And I don't know exactly what he said, but I understood that he wanted to know if that coffee had sugar in it. So I just stood there. I felt bad for not helping him because maybe he forgot his glasses or something, so he couldn't read. So I start pointing at the box and I say, so, sugar? Like, you want to know if there's sugar in there? So he gives me the box and I start reading the ingredients, whatever. Anyway, the thing is that I end up telling him, oh, it's coffee and cream and whatever. He's like, oh, okay. At some point he also asked me something else. I don't know exactly what it was, but I understood what I understood, okay, is that he was asking me where I'm from. So I only said Mexico, and he's like, Mexico. Oh. And he was really nice. Anyway, I just wanted to say I just wanted to share my experience attempting to understand German on an everyday thing that happened. He was really nice. Just, yeah. Usually I'm just like, no German, and that's it. But he didn't give up. I didn't give up. We don't speak the same language, but we understood each other. And then something else, happened yesterday. I saw a child sleeping on ice. And before they judge me, I didn't do anything. It wasn't my fault. I was just there unlocking my bike. And this girl decided it was her choice, okay, to walk on ice. She saw that little spot with ice on it. She decided to step on it, attempt to walk on it, and she slipped because what was she expecting? It's ice. So she fell down. She didn't make any noise, like literally no noise at all. No whoop whoop whoop, no nothing. So she falls, and I'm just there waiting. I'm waiting for a cry or something. She stands up. She's okay. I keep going with my day. I just leave. She was fine. Everything was fine. And here we are. I feel like I'm forgetting something that I wanted to say. I don't know what it was. I don't know. There's always a spider in the restroom. Yeah. I don't know how they come in, but they're always there. And it is always one. It's the kind that have a tiny body but really long legs. You know, like, I mean, they're pretty inoffensive. They don't do anything really. But those legs, ugh. Anyway. So lately I've been thinking a lot about human behaviors. Just the way people act. And I wanted to, I don't know, I don't know if it is just watching people or something like that, but also for one assignment I had to write a paper, and my paper was about people, about communication and nonverbal behavior and all of this. So maybe that's why it has been so present in my mind, just body language. I think the music is too loud. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. So what I was saying, I was talking about behaviors. So yeah, for an assignment I had to write a paper about communication, and I decided on buddy on body language, and I heard and I had to read a lot of articles, and I found some book chapters and all of this. And maybe that's why I have been noticing these things a lot. But I don't know if you notice, but people interrupt people a lot while talking. This happens a lot. I don't want this to sound like me attacking someone. If you feel attacked, well, whose fault is it really? I'm just saying an example. So as an example, so video calls. we've all experienced them by now, or most of us at least. And sometimes it happens that two people want to speak at the same time by accident. So one person is like, "Oh, sorry, no, you go ahead. You go ahead." So this happens, alright? And I've noticed that a lot of times when it is about a man and a woman, most of the times it is the woman who first says something like, "Oh, sorry, you go first." That was my thumb, sorry. So it is the woman, the one who says, "Oh, my bad, you go first." And the man is the one who continues to talk. Huh. And I don't want this to come off as sexist or something, or me being, attacking man, poor man. But it's just something that I've noticed, and it does happen a lot. At least from my point of view. Because whenever it happens, for some reason, it is the man, the one who continues to talk. So in one of these things that I read, someone wrote something about a man being more, what's the word? It's more common for men to interrupt other people than women. This thing said that if men interrupt, it's because basically they want to be in control of the conversation, and if women interrupt, it's because they want to ask a question. Yeah, so you see the difference? One is to take over, and the other one is like, wait, explain this a little bit more. Yeah. So I've noticed that. That one does happen. What else have I noticed? I read, well, I don't know, just in the street. Some people are rude and some are not. Like my friend with the coffee, he was really nice. But then there's people who are pretty rude. Was there something else that I wanted to say about all of these body behaviors? I feel like there is, but I can't remember. really can't remember. Huh. Is there someone outside? Let me see if that's the mailman, because I'm expecting a package and it hasn't gotten here. So I'll be right back again. It wasn't my package. It was someone else. So the behaviors, I try to think, what was it? Ugh. Maybe just something that relates, but not completely. Have you noticed that some people just like to move things around? You know, maybe something has been somewhere, at home, or I don't know, maybe in your office or in your room or something, and then someone else comes and moves it, and it's like, why? I think that's really weird. How some people feel like, I know this is not my space, this is not my room, this is not my office or my house or whatever, but I feel entitled to move this just because I feel like it. Isn't that crazy? Ooh, something else that happened. So I was at the store. This happened yesterday. Yeah, I was looking at something. Yeah, at the store. So I'm standing there, taking my time, and then someone else gets literally right in front of me, so I cannot see anymore at these products. I mean, the entire hall is empty. You can stand literally anywhere else. But no, this person decided to stand right in front of me. That's really weird, no? Don't you think? I mean, why? And I saw her coming closer and I thought, okay, she's going to stop eventually, right? She's not going to stand right in front of me. Well, she did. That's so crazy. How? I don't understand these people's confidence in themselves of, yes, I'm just going to, I know I can see you, I know you are looking at this direction, but I'm just going to stand here right in front of you, even though I'm way taller than you, and I know you're considering of, maybe grabbing some of this stuff, but I'm gonna stand right in front of you anyway. Thank you, stranger. I hope you are doing well. No. And something else that I've noticed by going to the store. So, okay, I think I've said this before. So each week we get on mail, like paper, physical mail, offers for the week. Maybe a supermarket has whatever offer, you get it on the mail, right? So you can see their magazines and yeah, figure out if there's something that you'd like to get and take advantage of the offer or discount or whatever. So I saw this discount for cereal that I really like, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's the name, right? These little squares. So I go to the store, I get it. I also got the coffee that I said before. It was also an offer, so I get them. Sorry. And the offer was buy one and get one free. Right? And next to it, they like to write the amount that you're supposed to pay. So all I see is 1 + 1 gratis. They write it like in Spanish, but it's German, but free basically. And then they write this big number next to it. So if you look at this, what do you think? You think that you will pay this amount, right? For one product, and the other one is free. Well, no, not really, because then you go and pay, and they charge you that amount that you saw twice. I'm not sure, maybe I'm getting it wrong, but okay, so this coffee, I think it was just as an example, because I've been thinking about this a lot, and maybe it's my mistake, because it has happened before that I get something on offer or whatever, it has a discount, and the cashier doesn't write the discount. They don't validate it or whatever, and I end up paying the full price, and I don't realize until I'm home reading the receipt. So sometimes it is their fault, but I think that this is kind of mine for not paying attention. Shocker. I know. Anyway, I mean, it's just at home. If one is free, you just say take one and the other one is free, you know, like two for one, and that's it. But here it's 1 + 1 free in this amount. So anyway, I get to the cashier. The amount that I have to pay is more than what I thought, but I'm like, okay, again, here we go again. I pay for it. I read the receipt later, and I noticed that, so they charge these two products, right? Like the coffee that I was saying. So coffee once, coffee twice, and then a minus under each of these. But the minus is only for half the price of each, right? So I ended up paying one. It's like instead of paying one and the other one is free, you are paying half of each. You know what I mean? I mean, it is one free, but yeah. Anyway, my problem is that this number that I saw on the paper and at the store was not the same one that was on my receipt. So in this case, it was something like 1 + 1 free, and the number that they wrote was like €4. Yeah, let's say 4, just to round it up. 4. And I ended up paying 8. Why? Because each bottle of coffee was €8. But because of the offer, instead of paying 16, right, math, welcome, here is your math class. Instead of paying 16, I only paid 8. But my question was, why am I paying 8 if that thing said that I was supposed to pay 4? Well, turns out that this thing is telling you, if you take advantage of this offer, instead of paying 8 for each, you are paying 4 for each. I lost my voice for a sec. You pay 4 for each. So, I mean, can you see how this could be confusing for some? Some being me. Same with the cereal. It was supposed to be like 1 something. I ended up paying over 3. I'm like, but why? Well, that's why, because 1 is free. But if you take advantage of the offer, 1, then, you know, I just literally said. I feel like I'm spending way too much time complaining about this, but is it me, or is this false advertising? Because I'm not used to this. Instead of telling you the price for 1, you know, the full price of 1 and the other one being 0 because it's free, they tell you how much each one would be. Anyway, again, I'm talking way too long about this. Just another little thing that I found out about this really pretty and cold country. At least here in the city where I'm staying at, living in, whatever, you know what I mean. What else can I say about stores? This store that I go to, I don't know why they never seem to have onions, white onions. I don't know why. They are always out. Not because they don't have them, but because people buy them. People buy them. And speaking of Biden, so Joe Biden, did you see the inauguration day celebration party thing? I only saw the Katy Perry performance fireworks, and oh my god, I feel bad for liking it. Let me explain why. So, if you watched it, then you know. But if you haven't, if you don't watch that kind of stuff, well, basically it's Katy Perry singing fireworks with fireworks on the background. But it's not just fireworks, it's fireworks, you know, like whoa. It's like they called Disneyland and Disney World, and they were like, hey, we need everything. We need everything you've got. All of those fireworks that you have not been using because of quarantine, whatever, because of the pandemic, we need them ASAP. We need them now. Send them over. Woof. Wow. I mean, there was a point where you couldn't see the black sky behind the fireworks, and you could only see the pollution, the smoke, and bright lights. At some point it got scary. I feel so bad, because there are people who cannot tolerate these kind of sounds, and obviously animals get really scared. And again, pollution. I mean, how long is this song? Like 3-4 minutes? For the entire 4 minutes it was fireworks non-stop. And at some point of the song they just fired them. They just fired them all. They went crazy. I feel bad for liking it. I feel really bad for liking it. It's also kind of sad because, I mean, you see this performance and then I don't know who performed for the inauguration day for Trump, but I remember that a lot of artists were saying no because, well, Trump, you know. Can you imagine it being your party and people, you inviting people to sing and them saying no thank you? Next. I'm kidding. Can you imagine? That must be sad. I mean, he had it coming, but still, how sad. No? Don't you think? Oh. But he did it to himself. Anyway, moving on, let's not get politic here. One more thing that came out of this inauguration day. I don't know his name. Is it Bernie Sanders? Bernie Sanders. I think that's his name. Oh, he was so cold. Why? Why couldn't they give him like a better jacket or something? He looks so cold. You know, the meetings and people are going crazy over him. Just it was adorable, but I mean, it's sad because he was so cold. He looked just so tiny. Oh, it's so adorable. Oh. I can't help it. I feel bad. Oh. What else happened? Well, good thing that nothing bad happened during that day. At least nothing worth mentioning, I guess. Who knows if something bad did happen somewhere, if someone had a fight or anything, but I think for the most part it went smoothly, so that's good. And let's see what happens next. Hopefully people do better. That's it. Just let's do better together. And well, what day is it today? January 22nd. So I'm just happy because so far I've gotten 2 commissions. It's been like 3 weeks and 2 commissions. That's good. That's good enough for me. I mean, I'd like more, obviously. So if you listening would like to support my art, feel free to check out what I do on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And yeah, if you need a gift or just give a little bit of spice to a memory and you like an illustration or whatever, yeah, check it out. It's Ana Carla Pinta as in paints in Spanish, yeah, on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to say that I delivered one today. I sent it through an email, yeah, because it's digital and they liked it. They really liked it. I'm happy. I'm glad you liked it. So just wanted to say that I started an oil painting today. Just some, what are they called? Sunflowers. Yep. I regret not bringing more paint with me. I don't know why I didn't bring any purples or pinks. I have blues and reds and white, but it's so annoying. I want to paint. And what else can we talk about? Oh, 1 more week and my first semester is over. I hadn't realized it was only 1 more week. Wow. It's weird because it went by so fast, but at the same time it didn't. You know what I mean? Who knows? And it's also weird because I got used to not having to go outside. So it will be interesting to see what it is like to actually have to go outside to school and then come back. And yeah, because right now if I want to take a break, I can just, go to the kitchen and get a little snack, maybe lay down for a minute, and then go back to my computer. But we'll see. Oh, the lockdown got extended like 10 days, so we'll see how that one goes as well. And what else? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Just wanted to point that out. Just something to, maybe you'd like to think about it. Have you noticed something that people do that you don't know if they do it because that's how they are, or maybe they do it because they are either a male or female? Because going back to this, maybe it's because I had to think about this for a long time. But I don't know. I mean, just quickly what I read. Apparently, women are more, what's the word, allowed to express their feelings, and men have to be more reserved and act confident and aggressive, and all of these, and women are more like sensitive and worrying about their feelings. I also saw that if a man is, apparently, all of these allegedly, right? Depends on the person, I guess. But one thing that I read that was really interesting to me, that I also have been noticing a lot happening, is that, for example, if a man wants to say something or is sure about something, they just say it. Like, for example, I don't know, let's go to the park. If a man wants to say, let's go to the park, they say, let's go to the park. But if a woman wants to say something like, let's go to the park, instead of saying it as a statement, for some reason they try to say it as a question or as a way of getting validation from the other person. So they will say something like, hey, what do you think about going to the park? Or would you like to go to the park? Or do you like parks? Like beating around the bush or whatever the saying is. Instead of just saying, I want to go to the park, they say, what do you think about parks? Do you parks? Do you like parks and stuff? Yeah. I don't know if that makes it, I don't know if I'm making myself clear. But yeah, I've also been noticing that a lot. It's like just not going straight to it, but you have to be like, apparently, so women don't seem so aggressive with what they say, because it seems to be like it is alright for men to be, like, this is what I say and this is what it is and this is what I want or whatever. But if women are like that, they are seen as aggressive or rude. And that's why they have to instead of being firm, they have to be like, but what do you think about this? And more of a question where they are something's wrong with me today, where they are expecting to be validated. Yeah, that was really interesting, but because also I've noticed it. If you are a woman listening, how many times instead of saying something like, I like my shoes today, you say something like, hey, what do you think about my shoes? A silly example, but it's true. When you think, why can't you say something as simple as that? Because if you do, you come off as way too confident, or whatever you choose your adjective. Something else that I read, well, just the basics, like staring at people and touching people. Apparently women between women are more used to, or more feel more okay to stare at each other, while men avoid doing that. Also with touching, the same, like women and women, it's okay to like touch their arms or whatever. Men allegedly try to avoid doing this. But have you seen, maybe on the news or something, when a man is interviewing a woman, and for some reason they just cannot stop touching their arms? It's why? I think it happened, this example, I saw it. Was it because, what was it about? I don't know if it was the Black Lives Matter or something like this, where a lot of people were outside. So this man was interviewing a woman, and this woman seemed to want to move away. For some reason, this man just kept, getting closer and closer, and at some point started grabbing her arm. Not aggressively, but you could tell that this woman was moving backwards for a reason, and this guy just getting closer and closer and grabbing the arm. And the comments section was filled with this, pointing this out. And it's true. I mean, how many times have you been just talking to people, whatever, and they feel either, whatever, like man, female, whatever, and you feel, and they feel like they are allowed to get in your personal bubble. It's like, excuse me, stand back. Who do you think you are? That's another thing, don't you think? I mean, right now might not be as common because of the situation, but before, if you go, I don't know, at school or at the store or whatever, maybe public transport, I hate it when there's a lot of space available to stand on or to walk through or whatever, and people voluntarily choose to walk as close as possible to you, to sit as close as possible to you. It's like, dude, get away from me. Just don't. Don't do that. If you're someone who does that, why? What happened to you? Who hurt you? Why are we supposed to pay for someone else's wronging on you, or whatever the word is? Just don't. It's so annoying. But it happens. And why? Do you think that it is because do you think that this relates to gender, or it is just the way people are? What do you think? People behave the way they behave because of the way they have been educated, because they are women and they are supposed to behave like this, or because they are men and they're supposed to be like, what I say goes and whatever, or just because that's what they like to be? I don't know, I think I'll go now. And just okay, 2 more minutes and then I'm gone, then I'm out of here. All right, 2 more minutes. So I don't know whose mistake by saying that Mexico is part of South America. So I went to my social media and I asked people, so Mexico, it obviously is not part of South America, but what do you think? Are we North or are we Central America? And people don't know. That's my conclusion. People just don't know. I asked on Facebook, I asked on Instagram, and it was something like 60 against 40 or 45 against 55. And they balanced each other out, I think on Instagram I got higher for Central, and then on Facebook I got higher for North. So basically no one knows. And a couple of people texted me and replied to this and say like, hey, I think this is the right answer. I think this is the right answer. And what do you think? Is Mexico part of North America or Central America? Sorry. My mistake. What do you think? And then there's people who believe that America is not a continent, that instead of it being America, it is actually 2 continents, North America and South America. That seems... Why? Why do people do this? Why can't you just accept that there's one America? What's wrong with there only being one? We only need one. Okay, you do not want more than one, America. All right? One is way more than enough. Anyway, what do you think? North, Central? Don't know. My 2 minutes are up. I'll go now. Enjoy your day. Wash your hands and, well, say it with me. You ready? Ta-ta!